Today is 6th June. It reminds me of 6th June 1996. Remember, 6 the date, 6 the month, and 6 the year 1996. Something befell my friend Steve Ndeto, a former senior officer at Pan Paper. This is how I take it. Steve Ndeto was a very senior person in Pan Paper. And when he was a senior person at Pan Paper, he used to understand what I was going through. And he used to not only give me financial aid, but he also went to an extent of counseling me. He knew the Bible off head, and he readily quoted the Bible. I can remember so many. He never used to state which part, but he would only say a few things and then you would go and check it. For example, there is somebody who used to be very religious but had hidden agendas. So when we discussed with Steve Ndeto told me that when you chase away the devil, he comes back with 1,000 bad ones. He never quoted which part of the Bible. It is for you to go and research on your own. He was so understanding. There were occasions when I would hawk my videos and either get very little or nothing, and I would go to him. Then he would decide to take as many videos as possible because he would not want me to have an empty trip. So he would take the videos, not because he has not watched them or he is interested in them, but so that I do not go home empty-handed or less-handed. He was so good. The only thing I can say that was unique about him was only one. I was aware that he had a family in Ukambani. But then again, he had a lady whom he was cohabitating with in Webuye. But since that was not my work, I just kept it at the back of my mind. So he used to work that way, whatever. Then one day, that was on 6th June 1996, it was alleged, and he was later arrested, it was alleged that small kids, today we call them pre-unit kids, went and reported to the police and he was arrested. It is alleged that he had some injections, so he was injecting and drawing blood from the pre-unit kids and injecting himself on one hand. And then he would go to the other hand, draw out blood, and then inject those kids. Those kids were called to the police. They wrote that statement. So I went one day after June 6th to hawk my vid, and I found two ladies seated there. An elderly lady and the usual Gashungwa of his. The usual Gashungwa told me that this is Steve Ndeto's wife. I never wanted to, the Gashungwa was Bukusu. I didn't even ask her in vernacular, does she know who you are here at all? No, I didn't. But later I asked the neighbors, and they told me that when he had problems, he called upon his family and owned up and said everything. So the wife was informed that, when he was arrested, everybody came from Mukambani and they stayed at his workplace to entertain him. He asked me, as a former police officer, what I could assist him. I told him that his fate only lied with one thing, Because at the time when he was arrested, it was a few days or something after 6th. So the puncture of the injection was already lost, if at all it was there. So they said that the best thing they can do, I told him the best thing he can do is that he should pray to God that he has no HIV. Or if he has HIV, then the kids don't have HIV. Or if the kids have HIV, he does not have HIV. If he has HIV and kids have HIV, he's in hot soup. If the kids have HIV and he has no HIV, then or if he has HIV and kids don't have HIV. So I said that was the only problem. But later I learned that he won the case. It was very bad. And I've even seen cases, especially women. You find that a woman is interested in a man, and when the man is not interested in her, she sets her daughter on that man, on love affairs. But this one, she had set her kids, pre-unit kids, to implicate an innocent person. Anyway, I just remembered that because today is 6th June.